So Highguard lasted about 3 Concords,
It did.
and
And the thing is,
they're
this
all over the
gives
place.
me
But
no joy. Like, there are so many people who are, like, happy and going, "La ha, that's so funny," and I'm like, "I feel bad for these people." Now, they did it to themselves because they needed to have a fricking beta, but, I mean, this is just I'm like seriously, I liked the mount. I liked the mount. I liked the idea of it being in like this era, with guns and swords and magic at the same time. I was like, I like all of these things. But yeah, there are a lot of mechanics that seem kind of retarded. And if you guys had actually asked actual gamers instead of each other, you might have not had this where everybody's like mad about it.
well,
But
apparently Highguard devs have decided that the game was just too sweaty for the
it was not.
casual.
It was
Yeah,
unsweaty.
it
That's what
was.
everybody was saying. They were like, "It takes too long to find a match. It takes too long once you're in a match to find a fight." That's what a lot of people were saying, not that it's too sweaty. Now,
Yeah,
Marathon
apparently.
people are like, "This is not a game for casuals," but
Apparently, it leaned too far into the competitive scene, and I'm still trying to figure out where and how. Like, where's the? Listen, I know that there's a guy right now who has a kill death ratio of like 100 to 0, who's
yeah,
been going off on Twitter right now about how amazing Highguard was, and the rest of us are the problem.
yeah.
Because apparently that's all he ever plays is just competitive shooters for whatever reason. Anyway,
There are people like that.
like there are people like that, but no, that's not why it died. Like if you had those people, maybe it would still be alive. That's the thing. Highguard was permanently shutting down March 12th. If anyone missed it, by the way, that's the date, so it's almost dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's too bad, you know?
And
I mean, I
they're
I don't
launching a bunch of features too
yeah.
that they should already have there.
Yeah, they were in that's the thing, they went into denial phase instead of like, "Oh, that's constructive criticism, let me apply it." And the people who did want to apply it were just plugging away and doing the hard work. They did it absolutely to themselves. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did it to themselves, that's
well,
true. I mean,
think
but,
about it
like, if
for
someone cuts their arm off because they're an
for-
idiot, I still feel bad because this person's not gonna have an arm for the rest of their life.
yeah, think about
So
this for a second, real quick. They had an entire year-long map, right, of how they
Mhm.
were going to approach this first year.
Yeah.
And now that they're not, they're dropping all the updates in one go, right? And it's just like,
Stuff
why
they
do
should've done
games
before.
do this to themselves?
Yeah.
Eh, and when people complain about it, we always get told, it takes too long, or it's not happening, or they're still in development and stuff. And it's like when you get a game that just straight up just dropped all their shit in one day, that was supposed to drip feed for an entire fucking season.
Mhm.
It's like, really, guys, do we really have to be playing this game? Look, you got account progression skill trees, account progression skill trees. Let's see, what is it? A new warden, um, new weapon. All
All
this
these
stuff.
weapons look better
We're gonna,
than marathon weapons, by the way, just
yeah,
saying.
do what?
I said all these weapons look better than marathon weapons, just saying. I hate the aesthetic of that game so much. Like, the movement looks amazing. I hate everything on the screen, though. It's
Oh,
so ugly. It's alright. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm sorry. I actually
but
watched
no,
people
it's just
playing it, and I'm just pissed off about the assault that happened on my eyes, and I need to talk about it, but it's all fine. It's okay. But, yeah. It's really too bad. Like,
yeah.
they needed, like I said, they needed input from actual gamers about how to fix their game. Like, Bungie, for all of their stupidity, and I do hate Bungie as a company, like, I will never forgive them. I'm like tagging with, against Blizzard. I will never, ever forgive them. That was the only first-person shooter I would play, and I had fun with it, and now it's gone. So, yeah, I'm mad. Well, it's not gone. It's stupid and insulting and retarded. So, just ugh. Anyway, but, but, yeah, this game, Like, they just if they the thing that Marathon did is they released an alpha, and then they got a lot of criticism, and they fixed it, and then they released a beta, and a lot of people were like, "They fixed a lot of the things that I had a problem with," and they're like, "The beta was better," and there are people who are playing it now, and they're like, "I like this so much more than the alpha, they listened to what we said." I still think it's a niche game, I still don't think it's gonna do great, but they listened to their alpha and beta results, and they fixed glaring problems. A lot of people were complaining about things that were very fixable in Highguard, and they just they had already released it though. It wasn't an alpha, it wasn't a beta. This was like, "No, this is what you got, bro." It
Yep.
was
Yeah.
stupid to do. They should have had testing. This didn't need to happen. Their own hubris is what did them in. And then they didn't help it by being complete douche nozzles when people were saying when people were like, "Hey, I don't like this," they're like, "Oh, you just need to get gooder." I don't think that
Just
that's
to get
really
gooder.
what it is when it took me 45 minutes to find a match. That's not me. Yeah, I don't like, what do you want me to do? Astro project harder? Like, what do you want? Like,
Well,
that's
you
not
should
how
have
that
been
works.
sweatier, obviously.
Yeah, yeah,
You were not
because
competitive enough.
that's how matchmaking works, right? That it can
Yeah.
sense the sweat coming off of your hands. Yeah, that's what
But
happens.
you got a week left, and they're dropping a season's worth of updates, and it's just like, guys.
And that's the thing. I'm like, you guys did a lot of hard. You feel bad for the people who did hard work and everything, but the people at the top of this who are running this were just retarded. Let's see. Over 2 million people tried the game, mostly on PS5. PS5 had double the Xbox player count. Steam following after that. Average session with time was 91 minutes. Tencent pulled funding a couple of weeks after launch when it was clear it wasn't going anywhere. The game did not make enough money to keep staff employed on an ongoing basis. At the end of the day, we just made a few mistakes and made a game that didn't resonate with like our old games did. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter though, and nobody will know the true story of the studio or the game, and the rumors and speculation will be what's out there. Zio and Meg have sweating hands for High Guard Ew. I don't. I didn't play it because
It's
I was watching and seeing what it was gonna do. Also, I'm not a first person shooter. Like, this game was never gonna be for me. And then on top of that, it's an extraction shooter. I'm never gonna be that person. Like, no, that's annoying to me.
yeah,
But
this
my
is
husband might have
retarded.
played
I
it.
think we know the real story of what went wrong.
Yeah, we saw
Like,
it. It
listen,
was
I
a
get it.
bad.
I can't actually prove it or anything. But when you sit there and you tell me things like, "Well, everybody said we had lightning in a bottle," and I say, "Well, that is just toxic positivity.
Yeah.
Probably did you win?" Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right. And
Mhm.
when you didn't do a beta, I'm pretty sure that also contributed to it. And I'm probably fucking right again. I'm just saying. Uh,
Yeah. It was hubris.
yeah.
What do they say? Pride goeth before a fall. This is your fall, my dude. It came after your pride. It's